Good afternoon. I'm gonna scoot you a little bit this way. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I know we see the stack of books, so let me start this video by saying somebody needs to take away my ability to purchase books because I can't stop. I redid my shelves in December and moved them around, and since then, literally, I got a second shelf because I bought more books. And since then, these aren't even all the books actually, because I got Powerless and Reckless. They're up there. I tried to arrange them. I'm fairly certain I have a few books on this side, but I forgot what was new and what wasn't. So I started tracking when I bought new books, and I would stack them here so that I could do a haul. Hi, welcome to my channel. I wanted to do a little book haul, but it's midday. The sun is going away, so I need to do this quickly so that I don't lose daylight. I can't say I want to go on a book buying ban because I know myself and I know I won't stick to it. I know that that is not going to happen, but I do need to stop because I don't know how I'm going to fit all these on my shelves. I already started rearranging a little bit because I was trying to fit the books in, and I was like, wait, do a haul first. We'll see if these can all go on my shelf, but I'm going to do a little haul and then talk about some bookish things, and hopefully this isn't a very long video. I've been yapping for too long already, so hopefully this isn't a very long video. Stay hydrated, everybody. Anyway, let's start with this haul. Clearly, I have a lot of books. First, from Goodwill, I got Dreams from My Father by Barack Obama. This was written when he was still a senator. He hadn't even been president yet, so it's going to be curious to read. I don't know if I'll get to this year. I know I want to get to Becoming by Michelle Obama this year, so we'll see. Next, we have The Romance Recipe by Ruby Barrett. I saw it. I thought it was cute. It's a queer romance. I love a queer romance, so we'll get to that at some point. Then I think I'm trying to get into my, memoirs era, because it's I got that book, Barack Obama. I got Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. I've seen this multiple times at Goodwill and I wanted to get it but never did. But this time I saw it and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. I don't know again when I will get to it. And I'm a mood reader. I've said this a million times, but I'm a mood reader, so whenever I feel like it, I'll read this. Next up, we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I already read this in 2024. I borrowed my friend Rachel's copy and read it, and I loved it. I rated it 5 stars, and I saw someone selling it on Facebook Marketplace for $5, and I was like, okay, I'll get The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm excited. I'm gonna put this on my little fantasy shelf here. These two are part of a trilogy, and I actually also have the third one further down in that stack, but I got these two books by Lee Bardugo, part of the Grishaverse. These are the, glossy finish. The third book, because I found it at Goodwill randomly weeks ago, is not a glossy finish, so I'm kind of bummed about that, but I want to read this series, so now I have all three, and yes, I will get to it eventually when I get to it. And I'm in my fantasy era. I'm trying to read a lot more fantasy books, so if I see ones that I am even remotely interested in, I'll get it. And again, if I start it and I don't finish it, I will unhaul, which I feel like I need to do a book unhaul at some point because I'm gonna run out of room. Maybe I need to go through the ones that I've read and, see if I want to keep them or not. Anyway, moving on. The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. Daughter of the Pirate King. If I'm not mistaken, it's kind of like a Pirates of the Caribbean retelling. Such a Quiet Place by Megan Miranda. I have other Megan Miranda books, so add that to my little collection. The Maidens. I read The Silent Patient. I loved The Silent Patient, and I'm hoping that I really like this. At Savers today, Savers is so inconsistent with their pricing. I love going to Goodwill for books because all softcover books are $1.99 and all hardcover books are $2.99. But Savers, you never know what you're getting. You could get $1.99, $1.49, $2.49, $3.49, $4.49, and it's like, why? Why don't you just make all books the same price? Anyway, Parcel to Take. I have seen this on Book Talk, and I am not a dark romance girly, and I figured for $4.49 I will try a dark romance, and if I absolutely hate it, then I will not continue reading dark romance. But it's supposed to be a trilogy, so this is book 1. We'll see if I even get through this book. I have a few other Cassandra Clare books in the stack, but I got Lady Midnight, which is book 1 of the Dark Art of I can't talk. This is book 1 of Cassandra Clare's series, and I have The Mortal Instruments in there coming up at some point, but I found this at Savers. See, $2.99 at Savers. Make it make sense. Keep it consistent, Savers. Anyway, then I found The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. $3.99. Make it make sense, Savers. Anyway, a couple days ago, I did a 24-hour reading challenge, and I read one of Elle Kennedy's books. What was it? I don't even remember. That video will be up before this one. Probably the video right before this one, but I loved it. I rated it 5 stars. so another L. Kennedy, I'm here for it. And something tells me I will be purchasing a lot more L. Kennedy books. So, okay, second stack, please don't fall. That will be really disappointing. But I've got books 1 through 3 of the Red Queen series. I read book 1 and 2. I'm gonna start book 3 here at some point in January. So I got book 4, War Storm. I've been looking for these specifically on Facebook Marketplace because it's harder to find it at thrift store. I specifically was looking for the next book in the series as I read it because I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I loved it. So now I want the rest of the book. Anyway, this is book 4 in the series. I'm actually just gonna slot it into a spot right here, right behind me. Oh, that's beautiful. I can't wait to get book 5 and then I'll move the Cruel Prince. And I'll move stuff around when I'm done. Anyway, moving along. I have already read The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden, but I think I want to collect my favorite Frida McFadden books. So the ones that I rated 5 out of 5. And well, The Boyfriend is one of them. So excited to add that to my shelf. Next up, we have The Final Gambit. This is book 3, I believe. Yep, this is book 3 in the Inheritance Games. I have books 1 and 2 over there, and I will add this to the collection. And I think there's 5 books total. So I need to read it before I get the other 2 books because I need to stop buying the entire series without reading any of them. I say as I have done that multiple times today, but anyway, moving on. I don't remember where I got this or when, but The Fiancé Dilemma by Elena Armas. I also have The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas as well. I am very well aware that I said Emily Henry is not my favorite author, but I have Happy Place and well, I like it and it's so cute and I see everybody's bookshelves and they're so cute. Their little Emily Henry collection. And I've read all of her books at this point. At least I think I've read all of her books. So I found a couple more and Book Lovers is my absolute favorite Emily Henry book. I will reread this at some point. So I feel like I had to have it. And then Funny Story was, you know, it was a hilarious story. It wasn't my favorite Emily Henry book. I feel like every other Emily Henry book is not my favorite because Book Lovers is my favorite. But I love the cover, like how gorgeous it is. So yeah, now I have. And you know, if I find the other ones, like if I find Beach Read and People We Meet on Vacation, I will probably get it. Like if I find it at Goodwill or someone selling it on Facebook Marketplace, I'll probably get it. Anyway, some random books here, and I have a lot of book 1 of series here, but I have Frostblood by Ellie Blake. I have Starbringer by Tracy Wolff and Nina Croft. This is a massive book, but I love how gorgeous fantasy books are. Like beautiful. Oh my goodness. I have Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth, and I think she's the one who wrote the Divergent series, so excited to read that. I have Infinity Sun by Adam Silvera. I loved They Both Die at the End, and I'm curious to see how this book is. This is book 3 of the Grishaverse series, so I have Shadow and Bone and Siege and Storm from earlier, and now I have Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. I love that I have the trilogy now, and I need to read it. Another random book here, I have The Broken Tower by Kelly Braffett. Sounds good. It's book 1 in the series. Then these couple, I already have A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber, and I have it as a hardcover because I found it on Facebook Marketplace as a hardcover, but now I'm so excited because I have these two. If I find a paperback of A Curse for True Love, I will probably get it so I can just have the trilogy. But the ballad in that, wow, the ballad, I can't talk at all. Once Upon a Broken Heart and the Ballad of Never After, and like I said, I have A Curse for True Love, and now I have the trilogy. I need to get into these this year because I keep buying books, clearly. I read this, or I listened to the audiobook of this in December actually, or November, I don't remember. It was snowing outside and I loved it, and I think I want to do a little Carly Fortune collection as well, so this summer will be different. I can't wait for Carly Fortune's new book. Found this book at Goodwill as well. It's called The Gilded Ones. Not really sure what it's about, but it looks good. Outcast by Blood, Warriors by Choice. I love that. And then the last 2 here are the Cassandra Clare books that I mentioned. So I actually have book 1 and book 3 of the Mortal Instruments series. So I have City of Bones, City of Glass, and my goal is to just look for these and hopefully I can find the entire collection at Goodwill or something. It would be so fun to just like randomly thrift these because I have seen them a lot before. I just didn't pick them up because I wasn't collecting books then, and now I am. So here we are. But that is my book haul. I am going to leave them on the floor here because if I move, they're all going to topple over. But yeah, I'm setting my reading goal this year. So originally I set my goal as 25 books in 2025 because I like doing the year thing, you know, because I did 24 in 2024. I did 25 in 2025. Spoiler alert, I'm already at like 15 books this month and it's like mid-month. I think it's January 14th today. And the only reason for that, let me just let me clarify. I had surgery in December, so I've been home. So all I've been doing is sleeping or taking naps, eating, reading, listening to audiobooks, going to Goodwill and getting a whole bunch of books, coming back, reading some more. And then a couple days ago, I did a 24-hour reading challenge where I read 4 books in 16-ish hours. So like that's the only reason I'm far ahead. And I started the Red Queen series and I read Crescent City, like that's why. So anyway, I set my goal for 25 in 2025. I think I'm going to keep that goal, but know that I'm kind of aiming for more like 30 books this year. I return to work on Saturday, so I will have a lot less free time once I get back to work. So I won't be, just sitting at home and reading all day. Yeah, I know last year in 2024, I set my goal as 24 books and read over 100. That is because for about 8 months of the year last year, I worked night shift. So I'm a registered nurse and I work nights, and there's a lot more downtime in nights. So I've read at least a few books on my night shift. And then also in 2024, I was sick a lot. I was not having a good health year. I was having a lot of respiratory issues that kept me home, coughing, bronchitis that wouldn't go away. And then I was having a lot of other issues that literally led me to having surgery in December of 2024. So yeah, I would say all the times that I was sick, all the times that I had to call in and I was just literally like curled up in a ball, couldn't move, but I was awake and bored, I would either listen to an audiobook or I would read a book. And that's the only reason why I read so many books. So I know everyone says it, but reading is not a competition. And literally, I know that if this was, in 2023, even, I barely read 20 books in 2023 because I was in nursing school. Life was just busy. Life was just different. And I also know that later this year, I'm going to grad school. So life is going to be different. So it's not a competition to read as many books or as little books. I can't stand how people are like, how do you read so many books? Because people have different lives. Some people, like I watch so many booktubers and it's their jobs to just read books and talk about it. And I would love to do that, by the way. Please subscribe if you haven't. And like the video and share with your friends, even though I'm just rambling. Anyway, I would love to do that. Like if that was my job, if it was my job to read and talk about books, I would probably read 200 books in a year, But yeah, I had a year where I had a lot of downtime and I was sick a lot, so I could read a lot. But this year, hopefully it's different. This is why I'm not setting my goal at like 100, because I know I'm probably not going to reach that, because realistically, with a busy work schedule, working full time, going to school later, having a life, having friends and family and all the things, I'm going to move in June. So I'm going to have to move things around, and there'll be periods of my life where it's busy and periods of my life where it's chill. So you never know. And the only reason I keep buying books, one, because I love books, duh, my hobby. But it's like, my TBR pile keeps growing. This is why I can't separate my books, because the TBR pile would take up the entire thing. And then I would have to get a small bookshelf for the read books. So anyway, I don't know why I was ranting, but yeah, my goal, I would say, is still 25, even though I'm already more than halfway there, but guaranteed think it's going to drop super fast, and we will see how the year goes. And I will shoot for at least 30 books this year. Like I said, in June when I move, I'm probably going to get the IKEA Billy bookcases, so the bigger bookcases. I technically could get them now because they would fit here, but I don't want to, because I feel like that would give me an excuse to buy more books, and I need to stop. I'm not going to go on a book buying ban, but I personally need to stop purchasing books because I'm running out of room, and like all my thrillers are down there and I just have to stack them. And I'm going to put some of these books in the shelf at the bottom here. Yeah. Anyway, I'm ranting. I've been yapping for too long. Thank you for watching my little book haul. I'm curious to know, what is your reading goal this year? Or actually, no, I'm curious to know what your favorite book you recently read is, because mine so far, I think, is the Red Queen book 1. I think I really liked. I can see the correlation between Red Queen and Powerless, because that was I was going into it specifically to be like, what are people talking about? I see it. The two brothers, I see it. So, but I still loved Red Queen. Gave it a 5 out of 5 star as well. Powerless, 5 out of 5. Red Queen, 5 out of 5. And I'm so excited to read Reckless at some point this year. And I'm so excited to finish the Red Queen series. That is my first goal, is finish the Red Queen series, and then I'll most likely start Throne of Glass. Most likely. We will see. If I don't start Throne of Glass as a series, I will start the Shatter Me series. Those are my 2 up next, so we'll see what I'm in the mood for. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. I'm going to edit it so I can have it posted before I get back to work. And yeah, stay hydrated, everybody. Please drink your lemonade or water, whatever you like to drink, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.